Greetings. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're considering buying this mini keyboard. As is often the case, I received this product free for the purposes of review, but despite that, I'll be completely honest about it because I buy stuff on Amazon just the same way you do, and I don't want unpleasant surprises to show up in the mail because of shoddy reviewing. So, the first thing that I'll note is that I'm not sure the picture really does this thing justice, because when I saw it on Amazon, I expected something about the size of a standard remote control. But in actuality, this sucker's pretty big. I mean, it's as big, as wide as my hand, easily. So I was pleasantly surprised in that aspect. As you can see, it's got the standard keyboard functions in a somewhat standard layout, backspace, delete, also audio control functions across the top, and also a yellow button that looks like a power button. I'm kind of afraid to touch it because if this video suddenly stops, then you'll know that, well, the power button works. And all the typical, page up, page down, home, and there's even a control delete button, a specific button for control delete, which again I'm not going to try. In addition to that, you've got a very small keyboard down here, mouse pad. Sensitivity on that is pretty good, but as I look, in order to get, see here, I'll 2 trips, 3 trips across the keypad. 5, 6, okay, now I've made it all the way from one side of the screen to the other. So it does take some work here. And you have to scroll up and down. So it actually works surprisingly well. I did not try it with a stylus. That would probably be even better. But I'm surprised that I still prefer my actual mouse, obviously. But it works pretty well considering the compactness of it. The typing style, I would assume, is something along these lines. It's a little clumsy because, oddly, it would almost be easier if it were a little bit smaller, just because it's a long way. It's a long way for my little short stubby thumbs to go on this keyboard, but I suspect you could get used to it. So if I want to try something, you can get an idea of typing speed. This space is a live test of typing, and so that's reasonably effective. I wouldn't want to have to do this a lot, but in the event of being remote from your PC, I could see how it could be helpful. The one use case that I thought this might be particularly helpful in is that of, say, using your PC as an entertainment center. So if you had this screen shared to the big TV and you didn't want to go back and forth to the PC to control things and change movies, that could be a handy tool in that respect, because you've got all the controls of the mouse and the keyboard. It's just much smaller and more compact. So to that end, I'm going to go across the room and see if I can still type something. So bear with me for a second. I believe you can still hear me when I'm over here. So, and this is about 15 feet away, and I'm going to type something else, and I'm literally going to type something else and enter. And then to verify that the mouse still works. Yes, I can see the mouse moving on the screen. And my typing did come through. I can't show it to you. Actually, I apparently typed something else, but you get the general idea. So this would be handy as a media center remote for all those keyboard and mouse functions. Other operational details: it has an on-off switch, so it's not going to sitting here wasting batteries all the time. It runs on 2 AAA batteries, and actually has a dongle, a USB dongle to make the connection. So That's about all I can reasonably think to say about that. I hope this was helpful. If not, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you would like to know that I didn't tell you. And until next time, happy shopping.